Hello and welcome again to Steve's Long Stay Workshop, where sets come to a looked at when they've been looked at elsewhere, and in most cases they will be sorted out. The send will be at some point, I'm sure, but I put it down because it was driving slowly up the wall. Now then, some of you might know about Ojnoj in Ireland, Joe Radio. I'll put a link in the description if I remember. It has a session on the net every Sunday night, actually, I think, which I sometimes drop into. Anyway, Joe Radio, Ojnoj, like certain others, notice I am also into what you might term electronic junk, radio junk, and he gave me these. These are from the 70s. They were typical, not Japanese, Chinese, Hong Kong type, basically. They came in various names. That one's an Empress. I've one upstairs somewhere, an Hamilton. In America they came out as Juliet, I know that much because Franco had one. And basically they come in various forms and colours, but inside they're all basically the same. And this one and that one, and the one behind it, got two, you see. That one also, although that looks slightly differently, inside they are probably exactly the same. The earphone socket's in the same place, that's in the same place on the side there. Everything is as is with these. As we get in the circuit, one inside, yeah, otherwise, no chance in hell. This is not let you know that in advance. Not a chance in hell. But if you got one, and it's still working after all this time, is it as cheap as nasty as you think? Because a lot of these sections here we do carry on working, and they perform quite well. I remember my Amazon one was very sensitive on AM or broadcast band if you're in America. Some of them can be. So are they as bad as they make out? Once you find out, of course, nice to find out, isn't it? So that's what we're going to do. I'll put that on there. And again, this one, you see, it's the same thing, apart from that. These also have, by the way, and if you use it, I can't be responsible for the results, a thing on the front here which switches the batteries to charge off the mains. Yes, these are battery mains. Neither of these have the battery packs in them for I think SP11s as they were in those days. I think the D or C something, one or two. But they do connect with a PP3 connect, so you can run them off batteries if you want to. Again, you can run them both the same way, but I would never try charging them up off that, because it is very basic indeed. Look at the back here, you see, that comes out like that. But if you look at the back, which I do there, you see, I'll put that one so you can see. It's very simple, and the switch there switches the radio circuit and puts that system there with the dabs, etc., straight into the batteries, which is not the right way to charge batteries. So I must tell you now not to do that. Okay, simple as that. So again, if you come and look in the back, the wires there actually on this one. If you look at the back, I'll just get the camera so you can have a closer look. Right there, well, that's the back of it, just for future reference, and today, of course. Mains transformer at the bottom there with that switch, which I think is damaged actually slightly, but I don't know what that is. But we'll find out soon enough. And the radio is up the top here as well. So basically it's a very cheap, but not that bad actually by today's standards, battery mains radio. By today's standards, because of course today, well, things are a lot cheaper and a lot nastier than this. Believe me, they are. So I am going to plug this one in and see what it does, because I like to do that sometimes. Yeah, I know I should check the plug, but life is rather too short. So there we go, it's in. Right. So yeah, the bottom there, you see that's the cord, the battery charger in circuit there. So that's what that one does. Okay, so now that goes up, and the rest of this thing does 2/3 and out for one reason or another. So yeah, again, it could be anything. Also with these sets, just to lay advance, the wires they use on these are not good. They aren't. That isn't so bad, but some of these wires here, they snap at the moment's notice and you can't put them back on. So it's that happens. The thing to do is to just replace the wiring. Very important to do that. So let's see if it's actually on. It is. We'll notice because that lit up. And then let's have our meter and do a few basic checks on this wonderful piece of equipment. Can you see that? Yeah, I think you can, can't you? Yeah, okay, right. Well, in that case, first thing we do is look and see what goes where. So that, of course, is the on-off switch. So there's two ways of checking an on-off switch. One, of course, is to put meter across it, switch on and switch off. That only puts a small voltage across it rather than big voltage. So it might be worth just doing it mains way. So that's what we'll do here. Yeah. So one of these obviously goes to deck, and one of them obviously goes somewhere else. I think, right, okay, so let's have a look around and see if we find out where the diodes are to the or the diode. Also with these, by the way, a lot of wax on circuit board. If you don't have to move it, don't. And also with these transistors, I'll leave it plugged in. If you put it in like this, these transistors here, these here, yeah, these, yeah, those transistors, they are prone to failure. So that might be the problem. It probably isn't, but it could be. So yeah, anyway, so actually I might do something really stupid here, actually. I mean really stupid. Because I'm in that sort of mood today. That seems okay. That goes down here, doesn't it? Now, as well as a transformer, there should be a diode, so we'll check for that and find out where it is. Or I might possibly nip inside and get a BP3 battery, plug that in and see if that will make it play for us. If it is, then the fault is with the transformer and the power supply side of it. I'll put that one out of the way. There we are. So the other side of it is the power transformer side of it, which is fairly easy to sort. but I think these are better off on record on mains these days, because I'm not near the beach. I can't listen to Abba on radio 4 on radio 1 247 meters anymore. Actually, nobody can there, because it's gone off air, hasn't it? Nasty, nasty, nasty. Actually, very quickly I might see if this plug's got a fuse in. Yes, we've all been caught with it, including me. Especially me, actually. So let's just let's see what's in here, shall we? And has it got a plug? Has it got a fuse in it? Actually, if you go across the plug, we're going across the primary main transformer, so we'll maybe go 810 ohms. It's both with 810. That's well, something there. I don't know what. So we know therefore from that the fuse is in this. Where's the correct 3.3 amp fuse? I don't know. And actually at the moment I don't particularly care. Yeah. Well, the battery's connected up. It's a Maplin one, but it's 8 volts, which should be enough. But again, I think nothing from the radio at all. Next thing we can do is, of course, connect the battery up with the meter in between on as an ammeter and see if it's drawing any current. So again, I'll put the meter up so you can see. There you are. That tells us notes. Do it again to make sure. Nothing there either. Okay, fair enough. So yeah, by the way, the diode for the smoothers for the main side of it is on the main board as well. It's on the corner, just there. You see. Anyway, I think we better start looking and thinking, don't you? Because this one appears to be dead. Now with these sets also, always check the wiring underneath, particularly small wiring. Now I'll show you why. You see that? It's this switch here. There, it's working, you see now, but only partly. So first thing we do, I think, is short out that switch, because I don't want anyone to use the battery charger part of this and then now in the future if it went anywhere else. So first thing I'm going to do is get that out of circuit. So we know that switch is faulty, and so therefore I've decided in my infinite wisdom to take it out of circuit, because I don't like the charging circuit on these at all, and I don't really recommend it used. So in this case, with the switch being faulty, I'm going to whip it out. So now we plug it in again like that. There will be absolutely nothing, which is what it should be. So therefore there should be down here wires with about 6 with a few volts on them. These are the ones that come off the transformer and the diodes. So first thing we're going to do is find those. Okay, find those, and we're well nearly home. So that one goes onto there like that. Black, so it's polyureth, right, okay. Meter on 20 volts. Again, I'll put that up so you can see. Hang on. Yeah. And so let's have a look and see where this voltage is going to be on this. One thing I don't want to do unless I have to is take this that board out. I might have to, but I'd rather not, because you know hardly feels worth it somehow. So no. Okay, fine. Well, it's obviously not that one. Okay, fine. Obviously not that one. Obviously not that one. Okay, fine. Right. Well, in that case, we'll go for green. The earth colour. And again, not a lot. A bit less. It comes off there. Might be that actually, but very quickly I'll make sure that the AC is there. So find out first of all from here. So that goes on to there like that. That goes on to there. 11 volts off load, so that's okay. Okay. Now that therefore goes to the capacitors and the diode. And let's see where it goes from there. Right, okay. Those two they're the earphone sockets, not those. That's the not those. That comes off there. That's it. I don't think that matters quite in this case quite much, although we'll put it back on. And well, onto there now, like that. Go to 20 volts, 20 volt DC, and again have a flick around and see what we can find. Nothing. Nothing. Look at this one here. Nothing on here. Hang on, I'll just have to. That's going to transformer that, so I don't know what that is, but we'll. It's thick as well actually. So I'll very quickly make a new end on that and see if it goes anywhere it shouldn't. Unlikely to, but we never know. I think that's just for the switch, but let's see what that does. 6.87 volts. Okay. So from there to there, 6.8 volts. I'm going to put this very quickly onto DC, and it's like that, and do that and see if it. And it doesn't. Hang on. Turn the meter to the right thing first, like that. There we go, that goes to there. And we'll see if that now goes to there. It does anything. it doesn't, okay. Okay. So, yeah. Very quickly I wonder what's on here now. Because now that's what's out of circuit, you know, I don't know quite what it's going to be doing, so again, nothing. Okay, fair enough. That one. Right, okay. Okay, you said? Okay. Right, well, there's something here that's not doing what it should. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Belong to there, and let's see what we get now with this various guises. Nothing, nothing, okay, nothing, nothing, and even less. Oh, simple job, because sometimes it turns out to be quite difficult, can't it? Yes. Right, okay. I think we'll take this board out. What I'll do is I'll take the board out and look at the wiring underneath, because that should tell us. I'll do it with the power off. That should tell us what's going on down here, if anything. So, and also I can clean those pots as well. So, you know, sometimes taking the shortcut means the wrong road. Actually, someone's been here before. There's there were 4 screws holding this board in, and now there's 3. So somebody is try and feel out that then. And the other one comes out, which is this one here. And of course, the 3 knobs on the front come off. That's 1. 2 in a minute. Mustn't do too much damage to the map of the world. Mustn't do too much damage to the map of the world here, must we? You never know in this job what you're going to find. First of all, I think my give that a bit of a spray clean, don't you? It is off, by the way, so nothing to worry about there. And there's hardly something very funny here in summer, because that earth and that battery terminal are actually tied to the same bit on the board, judging by that. So I don't know quite what's happening there. Obviously they're silicon transistors, so again, I don't know with that, quite frankly. Yeah, so what I'll do, that for now I'll leave. Okay, that's okay. And also from there we go from the transformer. The transformer goes to these two on the board here. That's that one, and this one here. Yeah, so that goes on to there, that goes on to there, and let's see if there's anything there. The thing is switched on, so it should be. Oh dear. Okay, fine. Whatever. So has this been put on the right way around? I wonder or not. You know what I'll do first of all. I decided I'm going to whip that battery terminal off for now, just to simplify matters. Okay. So this is going to come off. Again, sometimes it's better just to cut them, because you don't want to go in there and damage something on the board, because these aren't the best printed circuit boards in the world. And that can go as well, because until Liz is looking about untying it. There we are. That can go back on later, the right way around. And so now, I want to know precisely why that is doing that. Why it's reading the way it is, because it shouldn't be, should it? So again, that goes on to there. This goes on to here. Look at that. And the other way around. The transformer second is in the way there, of course, so I need to be lazy for that as well, so I'll just see if I can ditch one end of it very quickly. These boards, by the way, are not the easiest to solder to, so If it won't come out quickly, then I will instead resort to the old wire cutters. Okay, so that comes out. Okay, yeah. And now, therefore, we should have one of these going to deck, and one of them. No, these shall go now to the diode. But let's see what that is like now. Nothing. Okay, fine. Try the other way around. Still nothing. Okay, fine. Okay, but that goes to there, doesn't it? So obviously green, and I think that one there. I think that one as well is our ground. Okay, so that's our ground. Okay, that, so those two are our ground links. Okay, so I'll put those two together so I know where they are. Okay. And now we've got to find that diode again. Or diode in this case, I'm looking at this. So therefore we put that, I think, goes onto there. That comes out, thank you very much. So that goes onto there, and this now goes onto there. Okay, fine. And that capacitor, okay, fine. The other arm for that, therefore. Goes to there, so are those dials not so the test would stand very well, I wonder. There, in it. Okay, fine. So between there and there, it should read one way but not the other. Between there and there. So much that way. And so much that's in that way either. Okay, let's put that up a bit. Nothing. It's okay. Really. I think that needs a bit of cleaning there, doesn't it? Might be another fault there, I don't know, but that looks to me a bit of a bloody mess, to be honest with you. Oh, positive. Oh. I think we'll clear that bit the bun up a little bit, and maybe take it from there. Wire off there. Okay, not to worry. All I'm doing basically is I'm taking that switch out and redesigning this part of the circuit. So all it's going to do is operate like many of these units do. By simply putting the switch across here. So right, so it's another reason why I sometimes take these out this way is you can tell from that what's where. So somewhere on this board now there are I think 2 diodes. Are they both diodes? Yes, they are. Okay. So basically, I think it's done a bit like a valve circuit using 2 diodes. And then the cap's in the way as well, so that's what I think looking at this anyway. Again, these were the days before big diodes were really used in cheap radios, so that's probably why. So if I now put this back on here and do this, I can see where it is and what it's doing. We should get voltage from these 2 diodes, and I'll put that earth back on as well. So is this one Earth then? Is that Earth somewhere? That? Red for Earth? Really? Hold on. Oh. I'm going to put red for Earth. Earth we're meant to be black or green, not red. Well, this thing is amazing, it really is. I'll show you here. This is the PC beta bit. Yeah. It's basically the same in all these radios. The one is slightly different. But the power supply on this is, shall we say, interesting and quite frankly, a bit bizarre. The on-off control here is switching deck. Yeah. And this thing, the switch in here, which I'm taking out, also on this one, or that one, depending on which one you're looking at, tends to switch between battery and mains in a way that when it's on mains, it also charges the battery. Now, this is strange. This is very strange, and I'm not entirely happy with it, the way it was built, and so I'm going to modify it. First of all, I'm afraid it's going to have the battery holder across the 6 or 7 volts in. There's no problem there. There's nothing we can do about that. But also, these capacitors, one's been changed actually, and look at the board here. I'll just come up so you can see. If you look at this board like that, you see that corner there, it has been worked on. You can you see that? It has been worked on. So that capacitor on the corner there, and get it in shot. Hang on. That one on the corner there, yeah, it's in fact at some point been changed. So this set has been worked on as well. So a nice simple job is coming, a nice not so simple job. I took all the various wires off this to make it easy to get the thing out and work on it, including unfortunately the speaker connections. So what to do in this situation? This big one was a pioneer. Well, yeah. First of all, with a radio like this, it works in a very, very similar way to every other radio. RF, IF, and a dial somewhere here, volume control, and this it's a intermediate transformer. The input transistors and output transformer, so it goes to here. Okay, therefore the speaker goes down here. Okay, so first thing we do is solder that back on, and I'll solder it on with longer wires so that I'm not using the wires in the case and give me a bit more to go on. So that's the first thing we do, is solder extra wires on here that go down here. It's simple enough to do if you know how a transistor radio works. The speaker actually is these 2 pins here on the board, just here. Can you hear? And I worked that out by the transformers and the fact that it works down from here. So volume control down to here, and basically there's an element of guesswork, but they're called they're called calculated guesswork, which is something which engineers are very good at. So now we switch it on the power supply.
ID, some people have to go to a different place than they normally go to. Is that a problem?
That's radio 4, by the way, and if we go to long wave, to medium wave, which is yeah. That's radio. That's global gold. Actually, AM is now looking quite dingy. Actually, all the way to range here now.
Ways of structuring this deal that could suit them.
That's Talk Sports.
Restructure.
Don't know what that is.
Oh, this morning, Mr. Zahawi did not apologise in his letter to the Prime
That's
Minister.
5 Live. That's 5 Live. Like I said, these are quite sensitive. That's the other 5 Live. So that's okay. The FM side of it, actually, it's not, things are not where it should be on the dial, but the stations are in order, which suggests to me that it's been twiddled with. So we might well need to use the CGen for that. But the next thing, of course, is getting the power supply sorted out. Now on this, like I said, the 2 diodes, but they appear to be wired in parallel, which is quite surprising. I've got the circuit, a bit of it on the phone here, and I think it's up there we are, and they appear to be wired together, which is weird, but there we are. So why that's like that, I don't know, but again, we just I was wiring up the transformer, which by the way is working, we know that, and hopefully then this thing's working on VHF. That is new. All this transformer here, this is new. This has been played with in the past, so I don't know what's going to happen. So next thing we do is sort up the transformer and switch on with the mains and see if it still works. If it does. One thing with sets like this is that without a circuit diagram, the circuit diagram inside that one, which is very, very small, is that you can modify things because there's no circuit anywhere, and it's surprised what you can do.
Whether it's from a set piece,
that's AM.
whatever, they can create something, and when that chance does come along, they have to take it, they have to be clinical. But first things first, they need to create an opportunity or two.
Nice save on line once again, applause.
Like that. What I've done here actually is I've taken out the charging circuit because I don't really trust it on these. It'll take a PP3 battery as well, which is here. So to get a PP3, even a flat one actually, which this is actually, will also,
See West Ham,
as you can see there, work. So that's sorted now. The board is in properly. The wiring is all underneath the board. The socket works okay, and I found that works very well put on there. So that is sorted. It's not brilliant, but it's very sensitive, particularly on AM. If I was to switch this set on, which I'm going to do sort of like now, hang on. Well that, there you go, yeah, that's, thank you, yeah. Obviously this one come from my lid, it beyond the...
juice that, bit of magic. Derby County get themselves back.
There's AM, there's FM, so it works again. I've done the knob, so it's now a working radio. There's a lot, this has been worked on before. I say that with considerable honesty, because the flex has been changed, and the the transformer actually puts out a negative voltage on the primary, which goes to secondary as well, and it goes through a negative, which is red, which is why the power connector for the battery was connected the way it was. I've sorted all that now, and so that one is now, this one is now ready for to go back into some sort of service somewhere, you know. But it's working now, so I can't complain too much. I just put this back to normal again. There we are. So this one is as good as done, really. Anyway, what I've done on these, it's quite weird. I'll do a diagram. Hang on. Not the best diagram in the world, but I'll take you through it. Mains, transformer, 2 diodes on the output side of it, like that, to the radio. Yeah, there's capacitors as well, but I've left those out just to keep this reasonably well. Basically, that goes to deck. The capacitors there and there go to deck as well if I put them in. And battery, of course, goes from there to there as well. So it's basically it's a very basic circuit. It's done a bit like valves, but with transistors. It's quite weird, but it does work. So I left it as it was. But now, of course, with this one sorted, I've got another one to look at as well, which is behind me. So if you just give me a moment, I shall get it for you. This one's in best condition, actually. There you go. That's this is this later version, and I'll tell you why. The difference is in the output stages. This one has 2 transformers: a primary output transformer and a transformer on the input to the output stage as well, like old sets used to do. This one does. So this one goes out of the way like that. That's sorted, thank you very much. And this one is the one we have next. Now this one is in rather better condition, and hopefully there won't be as much wrong with this. But if we look inside, it's a similar sort of a board, as you can see here. The circuit diagram is, hang on, I wonder if I can scan it and make it a bit bigger so that we can look at it. Be handy if you could, but I don't know. But the rest of it is okay. But there's only one transformer on this, so the output stage has been changed. The rest of it looks okay. That one had a Pioneer speaker, which is surprising. This one, it doesn't say what type this one is. This is the newer type, and it's got the old type of cabling as well. So this one is rather better that way. So if we were to now plug this one in straight off the bat, because life's too short to live carefully all the time, you know. It is, quite frankly, you know. Then we'll see what it does. So I'll do it by the safe, by the old safe block here. Yeah, and then with these, by the way, if you're not sure, always make the live the shortest, same as plugs, because the one that should come out will always be live. Things like this, it doesn't matter quite so much. Well, it does matter in a way, you know, but you know, not as much as valve equipment. But always have the live shorter, because that's the one that can, if it's left in without a neutral, the whole thing can be live. And this, it's not only with a transformer, but there you go. Here we go. Plug it in and see what it does or says. A bit distorted, to say the least here.
And whilst we'll gather it away to our left side and go down through. reciprocate for the cries of a back pass. No, we talked to Paul Warne about the advantage of...
Sounds, check out the Transfer Gossip Daily as well. So much content for you.
Well, AM is okay, but FM, well...
Tweets, and I've posted one on Twitter, a repo.
That's a bit distorted.
Yeah, I know you can get attached to the game.
So something up with this one, but it's not as bad a condition as the last one. So let's go inside and have a quick look. Again, it's a similar board as you can see. As you can see there. See that? It's a similar sort of a board as you can see there, but obviously something not quite right somewhere. Actually, these looks actually, as all those transistors are germanium, although I'd be surprised. The transformers slightly differently. And also I've noticed with this, the battery charging circuit stuff is at the middle rather than at the bottom. This is either a later or an earlier model, I don't know which, but yeah. So the reason why I don't know is that it only has one 8-put transformer, not two. So it's a later model that way, I think. But it's like no, if those two at the 8-put stage, then what are these? If you look here, you see now. If you see that, yeah, there's two that you can see there below the 470 microfarad capacitor. The blue one you can see there. That's that one there that's lying down, and two here. So the problem is probably the 8-put stage. Also, I noticed that this has got one IS stage or less by the looks of it, or certainly less trimmers to play with, and most of them appear to be okay. Not all, but most. So yeah, okay, yeah. So very quickly, let's see what it does on a battery, just for the hell of it. Let's see if it's off on battery, shall we?
Should be positive sign. It's early stage.
Okay. Believing in yourself, but also comes with that hand in hand, probably enjoying the journey as well. So if you're not enjoying it, it's never going to work at the end of the day. So,
David's picking up on that was saying, I mean, he's so experienced, so much Premier League experience throughout his career.
But it's okay.
But he was saying,
It makes it Rooney this time.
Yeah, okay, well. move it down there.
Side. Just comes on its way once more to the right hand side. Rooney over halfway. Just the ball forward. Good. Pace wasn't good.
A lot of West Ham fans this evening not happy to see him on the bench. There is a little tweak in formation, but essentially they play Newcastle at the weekend. It'll be Antonio as a central striker. That's what David Moyes.
Right, okay, well, it looks very much to me as though there's a problem on the FM circuit, or possibly the 8-put stage. The AM side of it is okay. Now, on all radios like this, including a lot more modern radios such as the Roberts sets, the IFs are stacked. Stacked means that that one transistor or two, depending on, are used for both AM and FM. And so what happens is that two of these trimmers here, bottom there, are okay on it for AM, and two are there for FM. That is not common to the cheap sets by any means. It's common to a lot of more expensive sets as well, but it's very common. So this machine has a problem with distortion, but only on FM. Oh dear. Some of these units do have a circuit drag with them of sorts. That is the corner of the chassis there, and if I was to go out, you see how small it actually was. So that is like 2 by 3 inches, nothing more. If we go that way, you see, bring that like that, you see, that's the radio. And so what you do in that situation, in the old days, I suppose you couldn't use a magnifying glass, but today what you do, get your phone and do that. That's a more a modern way of doing it with your phone there. Blow it up, but not the radio, the diagram like that. So also I've got the thing on my phone as well. So that is now the diagram we're working off for this radio. It is in here, but only just, I mean, yeah. Anyway, looking at that circuit, and I'll just place it so you can see it better. Hang on. So now held up by the meter is the diagram in question, and going through it in turn, it's actually quite well laid out, this, for one of these. That there, that's the power supply side bit, the mains and the battery, it's there, like on the other one, yeah? That's the amp side of it, the body control is there, that's the amp side of it there, yeah? Now there's AM and FM on this, and that's here, okay? So basically that's it. So we're looking really, I think, at this lot here. So what we do first of all is we look and we see exactly what the fault is going to be with it exactly, and take it from there. Okay, but I think it's this here that we're looking at. Now this circuit does not have component values on it. Nice. And the board does not have anything printed on it. Double nice. So we are actually, even with this, having to look for things for ourselves. So this is going to be fun. This is really going to be fun. But we love that, don't we? We do. Anyway, here's the radio in question again. It's got a problem. Mind you, having come from Ireland, it's plugged in, it's like, you know, hang on. Right, okay. There we are. That's the radio in question. So if we were to power it, which I will do by doing that. that AM, that FM sounds not terribly good, but the AM.
9ST. Speed. Michael B. Jordan, Paddy Inwood, Duncan Ferguson and Bugsy Malone. That didn't feel I should have been in person. I wish the best you'd give that red carpet to take, because we're going to be talking about it just now.
Tony Bellew is angry.
So,
listen on BBC Sounds. This.
So there you are with that. So that is the circuit, and this is the radio. Now there are capacitors on this board that have been in here since the 1970s, and my feeling is that one or more of these might well be the problem. So have a look and we'll see and find out where things are first, because that is the first thing we have to do with this. So if we hold it up so you can see inside, something like that, you see, like that, you see the circuit is in. It's very similar to the previous one, but not entirely. So yeah, brake control is there, and these capacitors here are going to be my first port of call, especially that one. I don't know what this is, but I think that is my first port of call. So looking at this circuit now, I think the next thing to do, after having a quiet swear, is to lift this board out and see which ones we've got that need to be changed and which ones don't. That looks at the moment as though it's still a cheap 70s radio PCB there, and it is, because the capacitors are put underneath the board out of the way, so it still looks like the crap that it was really, you know, but it does actually now work as a result. So if I was to do that and close it up like that and do that, bring it round so I can have a look, there we are, and pitch it on.
Jacob, though, do you acknowledge that Brexit is a factor at all in the economic state of the country right now?
I think that Brexit is a very positive factor for the economy because of the ability...
Thank you, yeah. Have the radio instead, the Radio 3 instead. Actually, this one is sensitive too, actually. If you go onto AM, across the band here, I'm getting a lot.
The flick on by White, link up with Trophy, but bounces through to David Marshall.
Yeah, we need to see again both ends here with the conditions. And heads across and out the penalty area.
That's the thing there.
On, and this.
So it does, I say work this now. The arrow does go all the way up. I've not put it all the way up, but it will do. So this radio from mid-70s is now working much the same way as it did then, but now. And by the way, two other things, by the way, before I close this. Virgin Radio Stoke Atlantic is now Stoke, what is it now? Absolute Radio, it's off the air. That is being looked at by the radio authority as we speak, but apparently, repeat, AM is not dead, and it never will be, because AM travels a long way, particularly at night, and it can pick it up a long way abroad, and it travels, and for that reason it's never going to die. Anyway, this set and of course the other one down here, which as you can see is similar. You see, but look here, they are the same set inside. They're not the same, exactly the same, but they are the same as regards basically how they work. This one I think is it's a newer circuit, but you know, they are the same. So that radio and that circuit goes together, and that one down there, most of it's okay, but not entirely. So there you go. So anyway, these two radios, and they're working, Joe Radio, and I'm sure they're happy here as well, because everything's happy here. And so football, never mind. So I'll take you soon. So this is Steve Pendlebury at Steve's Longstay Vintage Radio Workshop saying I'll be back soon. Look after yourselves and each other, and be faithful to God wherever he is. Take care, and bye bye.